No, where's the new 52? I know I have it. Oh, that looks more like it. We're gonna use that. Okay, there it goes. Okay, let's do this. Warning: viewers' discretion. This review might disturb you or trigger you, and this is rated. And this is an awful rated R movie. You have been warned. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, let's get into the review. Batman: The Killing Joke. It was only a one-night showing. You know, it was only a one-night showing of The Killing Joke, so that's, you know, one thing that you need to know. So, okay. They did. I'm not gonna. They did put some filler in there because they did take some source materials that weren't from the comic, which is part of originality, and you know, which is pretty good. I like that they put some filler because it was really a short movie. It was only an hour long. It didn't end up to be the 2 hours you thought it would be. So, you know, because they had that whole thing where that one creepy ass bank robber dude, you know, mob dude that likes Batgirl a lot. I mean, the dude is thirsty. I'm telling you, he reminds me of someone I know in real life. But anyways, back to, you know, the subject at hand. You know, I give this a 10 out of 10. And this is, mind you, this is only an animated movie. This is not no live-action Batman movie. This is an animated movie. This actually outdoes The Dark Knight. Like, for real. You couldn't do any better. The Dark Knight couldn't do better on its best day. This is the I think this is the definitive, you know, the definitive Batman movie ever. Now, I'll warn you, there are some things that are pretty dark that happen in the movie because this version of the Joker was more. It was actually okay. This version of the Joker was actually more sinister than he was the comedic one. So, yes, just to warn you, there are some scenes of. There are some sexual scenes and. It's hard to say this because it's just, you know, I'm not one of these PC people, but it's even hard to say it, but just for spoiler alert, and I always put myself as spoiler alert. I don't care about spoilers or stuff like that. Don't matter to me. Barbara Gordon, which is Batgirl, there's a scene of her getting raped after being shot from the Joker with a broken spine, and yes, that's the most triggering part because this comic was, in the comic, this was a dark story. This was supposed to be like, I mean, it was a deep story, very, very deep, you know, but it's just, you know, not one for the faint of heart. If you have a problem with that, that's why I you know, that's why. That's why I, you know, forewarn people who don't know that this is a rated R movie, and it was. You couldn't take your kids to see this, or if you have a girl that gets triggered easily, like she's one of those SJW types, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't take her to go see that stuff. But it was a good movie otherwise. It was a dark movie, but it's based off the darkest comic of Batman ever. The Killing Joke, and it's also had the more without that, it really told a good, compelling story of how the Joker became the Joker. You know, and why and why Commissioner Gordon doesn't want, you know, Barbara Gordon to get involved with any of Batman's stuff, because a lot has happened, but it also tells a good story with the Joker as well. I guess I have to get myself out of here first. But yeah, it tells a good story. It tells a really good origin story for sure. Yeah, it's a really compelling story. And for people who don't get triggered easy, who is a huge comic fan, or anyone who likes anything Batman, or just anyone who's looking for a good movie to go see, I'd go see it right now if you haven't. It's only a one-night showing, so you know you won't be able to get to see it the other 2 days. So yeah, if it's possible, instead of watching this video right here that you see on YouTube, I would actually go to the theater right now to Cinemark, because only Cinemark's showing this. AMC is not showing this. So yeah, I'd go march into the theater to see this, because this was the definitive Batman movie. This outdid The Dark Knight, you know, Batman vs Superman, you name it. It outdid a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's really good. It's a really good review. It's like like I said, it had the origin story of the Joker, and at the end it was pretty funny, because you know because the Joker not only was funny, but it's like it ended just like the comic, with Batman and Joker laughing at the end of the movie. If you don't understand what that is, you're gonna have to read the comic. I'm not gonna talk about the comic here. I'm just gonna suggest you read Batman: The Killing Joke, you know. And they have it in graphic novel. They have it in the graphic novel, so.
Only recognize Stag's voice.
So you know, I would go ahead and get yourself the graphic novel before watching the movie if you can. If you could do that, but if you can't, just go ahead and go to the movies. I would do it right now and not watch this video, because it's a one-night thing only. Is it worth picking up on Blu-ray DVD when it comes out? And if you have money to go get it. Yes, it is. This is the definitive Batman story told ever. So I'd go pick it up once it goes on there. And this has been my review on Batman: The Killing Joke. It's a 10 out of 10. But mind you, it's rated R, just to put that out there, because I had to put warnings. We don't want no trigger people. So I'm going to end the review with that.